We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Weldon K. McDavid, guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 craziest convicts reacting to a life sentence. From genuine remorse to shocking reactions, these convict stories will leave you speechless. Do let us know in the comments which case do you think is most horrific. Let's get started. First up, we have Jaleel Smith Riley. Jaleel Smith Riley's case is a tragic one, as it involved the murder of a young woman and the serious injury of her boyfriend. He was in a Cincinnati, Ohio courtroom for confessing to the robbery that led to these events. The case had been ongoing for some time, and the verdict was finally delivered, sentencing Smith Riley to life without parole.
Then Judge Kubicki sentenced Smith Riley to life without the possibility of parole for Portia's murder and more time for errant shooting.
The shock and realization on Smith Riley's face were evident as he was escorted out of the courtroom. He had likely been holding on to some hope that he might receive a lighter sentence or perhaps even be acquitted. However, the severity of his actions could not be ignored, and he was held accountable for them. In contrast, the victim's family gave emotional victim impact statements that revealed the raw pain and trauma that this incident had inflicted on them. Losing a loved one in such a violent and senseless manner can leave a lasting impact on those left behind, and it was clear that the victim's family would never fully recover from their loss.
This is what I have left because of his greed, his selfishness, his complete disregard of and disrespect of others and life. This is what I have left. I talk to her, I kiss her, I hold her, but as you can see, I get nothing back. He wants parole, well, I want my sister. Let's trade.
The case highlights the devastating consequences of violent crime and serves as a reminder that the impact of such actions goes far beyond the individual responsible. The victim's family will have to live with the consequences of Smith Riley's actions for the rest of their lives, while he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. It is a tragic situation all around, and one that serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of making responsible choices and avoiding violent behavior. Next, we have Diana Lovejoy. The case of Diana Lovejoy is one that showcases the dangers of toxic relationships and the lengths that people will go in order to get revenge. Lovejoy conspired with her boyfriend, Weldon McDavid, to kill her ex-husband, Greg Malville. The motive for the murder was related to their custody battle over their son. After a trial that lasted several weeks, the jury returned a verdict of guilty against Lovejoy. Her reaction was dramatic. She fainted in court, causing a stir amongst the people present.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Weldon K. McDavid, guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
The emotional toll of the trial and the realization of the gravity of her actions likely contributed to her reaction. Lovejoy was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison, while McDavid received 50 years to life in prison for pulling the trigger. Both were held accountable for their roles in the crime, and the severity of the sentences reflects the seriousness of the offense. The case highlights the devastating impact that toxic relationships can have on individuals and their families. Lovejoy's desire for revenge over her custody battle resulted in the tragic loss of a life and the severe punishment for both her and her boyfriend. In the end, the case serves as a reminder of the importance of seeking help when involved in toxic relationships and the importance of avoiding violent behavior. The consequences of such actions can be far-reaching and life-altering for everyone involved. Moving on, we have Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari. The case of Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari is a heartbreaking one, as it involves the tragic death of their 10-month-old daughter, Mary. The couple, who were religious and lived on a farm in Cedar Springs, Michigan, were charged with her murder due to malnutrition and dehydration caused by neglect.
It is a felony, possible penalty of up to life imprisonment or any term of years less than life.
The charges against them were severe, and upon hearing them, Welch and Fusari likely realized that they would be spending the rest of their lives behind bars. The gravity of their actions and the consequences of their neglect likely hit them hard as they came to terms with the charges against them. The case highlights the importance of seeking medical attention when necessary and avoiding religious beliefs or mistrust of medicine that could lead to neglect. The death of a child due to neglect is a tragic and preventable event, and the charges against Welch and Fusari serve as a reminder of the importance of responsible parenting. The case also brings attention to the issue of child neglect and the importance of recognizing and reporting it when necessary. Neglect can have severe consequences for children and can lead to long-lasting trauma and even death. It is crucial that communities and individuals take action to prevent child neglect and ensure the safety and well-being of children. In conclusion, the case of Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari serves as a tragic reminder of the importance of responsible parenting and the consequences of neglect. The loss of their daughter and the severity of the charges against them are a sobering reminder of the impact that neglect can have on children and their families. Fourth on the list is Rhinestone. The case of Rhinestone is one that highlights the dangerous consequences of criminal behavior and the misguided motivations that some criminals may have. Stone went on a crime spree that spanned 5 counties in Colorado and was broadcasted live by a news station's helicopter. During the crime spree, Stone carjacked 3 vehicles, including one with a 4-year-old inside, leading police on a chase at speeds over 100 miles per hour. His actions put the lives of innocent people in danger and caused widespread chaos and panic in the community.
On the right, Stone crying in court as he learned he will spend the rest of his life locked up. It's for a chase and crime spree that went all the way from Longmont to Parker.
After being sentenced to 160 years in prison for his crimes, Stone revealed his lack of remorse and instead focused on his desire for internet fame. He believed that he should be paid for his notoriety and internet fame, showcasing his misguided priorities and lack of empathy for the victims of his crimes.
You get paid by YouTube. So, Channel 7 News, I believe, is going to be the one that gets paid for that. Well, I'm going to contact Channel 7.
The case serves as a reminder of the importance of holding criminals accountable for their actions and the consequences of dangerous and reckless behavior. It also highlights the importance of seeking rehabilitation and addressing the root causes of criminal behavior, rather than seeking attention or fame. In conclusion, the case of Rhinestone is a sobering reminder of the dangers of criminal behavior and the misguided motivations that some criminals may have. The severity of his sentence reflects the severity of his crimes, and it is important to hold criminals accountable for their actions to ensure the safety and well-being of our communities. Last but not least, we have Esteban Carpio. The case of Esteban Carpio is a tragic one, as it involves the senseless killing of a detective during an interrogation. Carpio was being questioned for the stabbing of an 85-year-old woman in Rhode Island when he suddenly grabbed one of the detective's guns and shot him twice, killing him. The incident highlights the dangers that law enforcement officers face on a daily basis and the need for adequate training and preparation. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of caution and vigilance when dealing with potentially dangerous individuals. After jumping out of a window and being apprehended, Carpio's family members accused the police of brutality, citing his injuries as evidence.
Police brutality. He was mentally ill and he needed help and we couldn't get it. We tried and tried. And he didn't deserve it.
However, an FBI investigation concluded that the police did not use excessive force and that Carpio's injuries were sustained due to his jump from the 3rd floor of a building and struggle with law enforcement. The case also brings attention to the issue of mental illness and the importance of recognizing and addressing it when necessary. Carpio's family members claimed that he was mentally ill and needed help, highlighting the importance of providing adequate support and resources for those struggling with mental health issues. In the end, Carpio was sentenced to life in prison without parole for his actions.
The jury rejects his insanity defense and finds him guilty of murdering James Allen. The judge gives him the maximum sentence allowed, life without parole,
highlighting the severity of his crime and the consequences of violent behavior. The case serves as a reminder of the importance of holding criminals accountable for their actions and the need for justice and accountability in our justice system. In conclusion, the case of Esteban Carpio is a tragic one that highlights the dangers faced by law enforcement officers and the importance of caution and vigilance when dealing with potentially dangerous individuals. It also brings attention to the issue of mental illness and the need for adequate support and resources for those struggling with mental health issues. The severity of his sentence serves as a reminder of the consequences of violent behavior and the need for justice and accountability in our society. These were the 5 craziest convicts reacting to a life sentence. Let us know which story left the biggest impact on you in the comments down below. Don't forget to like our channel by clicking the thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel if you enjoy more shocking stories like these. Click the notification bell to receive notifications when we upload new videos to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.